Hello, internet friends, enemies, and everyone in between. Let's get a little bit of light in here, folks. I'm hanging out on a Saturday, finishing up some YouTube videos, and I thought I'd make a break. I'm hanging out over here with Mr. Wizard. He's basking in an ethereal patch of sunlight. He's a really big fan of styrofoam cups, by the way. I'm also hanging out with Bunny Baby right here. And perhaps you've heard the news, guys. I have a glorious announcement. I am going to meet up with Mr. Tonkasaw. For those of you who don't know who Tonkasaw is, he's a very angry man, and this is his exact likeness. So yes, I am doxing him right now. So in full disclosure, Mr. Tonkasaw is not a big fan of me. I guess he thinks I'm a big fucking asshole. And I know this is going to sound like a joke, but it's not. The second that I see this guy and I stare into his gangly, meanie face, I'm going to give him like a Care Bear hug, dude. I am just going to hug him with every fiber of my soul. I just hope that the Me Too movement doesn't come down too hard on me. It really shouldn't, because I'm not going to be touching him in any inappropriate places. And let's face it, the guy is a wrestler. He is used to having men's testicles all up in his face. This is a man who is well acquainted with the taste of men's testicle sweat. And of course, butt sweat. If there's one thing that Tonkasaw knows, it's the tangy taste of butt sweat. So I'm not a miracle worker, but I'm hoping that, just a good old-fashioned hug will just help alleviate some of that anger that he's got festering up inside him, because the man is just like a ball of sadness wrapped inside melancholy, wrapped inside like vicious anger, wrapped inside prosciutto. And so that's the first order of business. Fucking hug you and me, Tonkasaw. We're doing it like fucking men hug it out. So, okay. Now look, guys, I have a few stipulations which have already been agreed to. We have to do karaoke. We have to do some sort of petting zoo, whether that means actually going to a petting zoo or a pet store or something like that. He and I need to pet furry, cute, adorable creatures together. What else? There's also, cupcakes. We need to share some cupcakes or some sort of fun pastry. I like cupcakes. This is a little negotiable, okay? I'm willing to hear what he likes in the way of pastries. Okay, so now obviously this guy wants to kick my ass. And that can't happen while I'm there. That's a no-no. So we will have a no kicking Vadim's ass or stealing his shit or destroying his shit clause while Vadim is there. However, I have worked out a happy medium, because I know that he's going to want some sort of physical, violent retribution, because this is the sort of guy he is, and I have just the thing, okay? So now, Tonka, I bought this just for you. I'm going to bring it with me, and I think this is the perfect solution, okay? Because you could just fucking beat the shit out of this thing, okay? Just totally fucking go to town on it. Get all of your anger out. All this anger of this stupid shit that you think I did that I didn't really do. All these nothing burgers that you've kind of transformed into some terrible ethical transgressions. Just fucking take it out on the fucking bear with this pink bat. This is all you, dude, okay? So I'm gonna bring this, and I think you're gonna have a really good time, man. I really do. I think it's gonna be very therapeutic for you. We could even put a Creationist Cat t-shirt on it, and not these, but maybe put a pair of white sunglasses on. It'll be like the real thing. Okay, so let's wrap up the important details here. This is happening. This is not a joke. I don't know where the fuck I'd be going, but I'm happy to go there to meet Mr. Saw. As I've been told, he is totally cool with this. He knows the majority of the stipulations. Now, Tonka, the very lovely titled Cunt Stream, and who knows, maybe Warski will help advertise this. Now, look, I am going to need to bring a cameraman. This is something else that I've already stipulated of my choosing to document the event and make sure that there's no funny business that goes on. I think that's more than fair. We can share a hotel room. That's cool. And hey, look, if we're a little shy of the target amount that we agree that we are going to raise, then I'll even kick in a little bit to just have like spending money for my cameraman and I think that that's also pretty fair. Now look, if we overshoot it, I think we should ask for 2,000 grand. Now that sum's negotiable, we can talk about it, but no matter what, I think that if we overshoot the amount that we need and or we just end up underspending what we are going for, then the money should go to the charity of Tonka's choice. Now a few final things, okay? First of all, Tonka, of course, you can suggest some activities that you'd like to do. Some people said that maybe you'd like to get in the ring. That sounds to me like violence is involved. Look, if it's a dance-off, I'm down, okay? I'm not really that experienced a dancer, but who knows? You might just get served, okay? So I'm letting you know that. Of course, there are activities that you can decide on. I'm not going to play the boss on everything. Now, next, this might sound a little controversial to some, but I think it is understandable. Unless you guys are really rich, and I'm talking here to CC fans, okay? Unless you have lots of disposable income, don't give any to this endeavor, okay? I mean, we are going to be making a video out of it, but look, I'm going to be walking into the snake pit here. These guys have already volunteered to crowdfund for this. And, honestly, my output has been really low recently for reasons that were totally out of my control, and I can't afford to take money out of my pocket in order to make something like this happen. So I would much rather you either become a Patreon or buy some CC merch or, I don't know, donate to my PayPal, or just hold on to your money and do something nice for yourself. So yeah, and finally, one more thing. Tonka, these stipulations, these are non-negotiable. These are very serious. I think you understand that. But the karaoke, that is freaking happening, okay? I suggest an actual karaoke bar or a restaurant that has it. Applebee's has it. Maybe we could go there. Now listen, this is the way that real men settle disputes, okay? Wrestling, it's for faggots. And, apologies to the faggots out there, but like karaoke, that's how you do it. So just, I would suggest brushing up on some songs, figuring out what you think you're going to do, because this is just an inevitability. If you come in unprepared to this, I will crush your soul like the newborn cranium of an infant under the jackboot of a morbidly obese biker. It's just gonna be like, and that's not going to be any fun for you. So I suggest you do a little bit of practicing. And CC fans, don't worry. Pretty soon, actually very soon, there's going to be a video up letting you guys know why you haven't seen much CC material recently. And then soon after that, there's going to be some rather kick-ass CC material. So don't worry. Hang tight. CC loves you, everybody. Mr. Tonkasaw, fist bump. We are doing this. And everybody else, don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe. And you don't have to, but if you don't, you'll totally burn in hell. Later, Shotabites!